Hey guys, Mike from Weird Fresno. Forgive the constant eye darting back and forth. I'm actually driving right now, or I'm attempting to drive. Um, I wanted to do some more videos, and since driving home is one of the only times I actually get a chance to do any video, I thought I'd try one now. The reason why I'm doing this one is, thank you, sorry. The reason why I'm doing this one is I got I think it was one of the posts. Actually, I believe it was the post on that I did about Road 36, where I went out there a couple of weeks ago. Someone had posted on that one that they knew some people that actually had seen a winged creature up by Friant, and there were actually four separate individuals that don't know each other. So, I actually reached out to them, and I'm hoping to get some more information. That was kind of the reason why I did that very vague post this afternoon. Thank you. Sorry. Was I wanted to see if anybody else had heard anything about Friant or Millerton or Lost Lake, since there's a lot of things to do on Lost Lake. But I wanted to be vague because, I've wrote a lot about it. I've wrote about the ghosts that have been seen at Lost Lake. I've wrote about that strange creature that was seen at Lost Lake. Millerton Lake, the catfish stories there, those are actually one of my most popular ones. I at least get like an email once a month or so about somebody seeing something there. So that was kind of the reason why I was so vague. But if this person's right, and there's no reason for them not to be, there's a lot of stuff around Lost Lake. Now there's this winged creature, flying about, and I just this happened, I think 2 years ago with them. Or not with them, but with the witness. And like I said, they're trying to get the witness to contact me, I'm hoping soon. Really want to find out more. Just gives me another reason to go to Lost Lake. And it looks like I gotta camp up there. If there's so much going on up there, I need to find out. At least I need to go up there and investigate and see if I can find anything for myself. Excuse me. It's strange. I've got, Mon people tell me that strange creature that was seen up at Lost Lake, and one of my very first posts, was, what they would call a dragon in their culture. And I've been trying to study that one, here and there. It's kind of hard to really find stuff. I really need to talk to somebody. But I want to know what those people saw. I don't know if anybody ever read the post or not. It's an old one. But if you actually go on my page, on the right side, there's a probably the most popular section, and it shows that one. I believe it shows the gnome from Porterville, the Millerton Lake catfish stories, and I think the Pacheco Pass one. Those seem to always be the most popular for some reason. Well, what happened at Lost Lake is there's two instances that this witness had. One was they saw a ghost of a little boy. That's for paranormal, that's pretty normal. I hate to dismiss a ghost sighting, but that's not what I'm talking about. I still want to investigate that, but there's been a lot of drownings up there, so it doesn't surprise me that one or more people haunt the place. But what they had seen on a separate night is they were fishing late one night, and they heard this splash, and they looked out towards the water, and they saw this, this creature, maybe 4 feet, 5 feet long, kind of slither out onto the shore in the beach area. Okay, it's probably a beaver or something, right? That's about the size of a beaver. Well, the thing then gets up on two legs and starts to walk around, and it's moving its head back and forth like it's looking for something. That's how they described it. And so it did that for, a little bit, and then just it got back on all fours and kind of, slithered back into the water and disappeared. And needless to say, they were freaked out and left. And if you looked at the comments on that page, and I really recommend people reading that story and just reading the comments. Comments are actually more interesting than the story itself, because a lot of people start saying, that I'm Mom, that's a dragon in our culture. What they saw was a dragon, and that's an evil spirit, or that sort of thing. So either there's something there, which there was something physical these people saw, or who knows. But Lost Lake, talking to people, they say they've been there before, and they've always had this kind of eerie feeling. I remember I went there probably a couple of years ago. I never been there before. And so I decided one day after work, it was probably this time of year, because I remember it was getting dark kind of early, And I just drove out there, and it was, and I maybe 10 minutes or so drive, and I get there, and there's no one there. And it's a weekday, then I get that, and it's wintertime. Nobody's going to be at a park, especially along the river. So I walked around for a bit, and it was kind of a creepy feeling. Of course, it was dark and the sun was setting, and I took a couple of photos, and they were, whatever. There was nothing in them, but just they had this creepy feeling to it. But, part of it was, I'm at Lost Lake. I've read these stories for years before I finally went there, and it's like, okay, that was kind of adding to it, kind of, But I'm hoping to go there soon. It's too cold right now. Maybe springtime, so maybe late March, early April. I have some friends that are interested. They're actually the same ones that went to Hobbs with me, or at least one of the ones that went to Hobbs with me. He wants to go to Lost Lake. I'm thinking the rest will probably want to go too. So, that's really it. I just wanted to kind of, do a little video. I'm trying to do more content, new year, so definitely trying more stuff up. I'll try to do something this weekend. I'm actually going to Monterey for Valentine's Day. Today's actually Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Just get out of town for the day. It's a 3-day weekend, so me and my girlfriend are going to go up to Monterey. There's actually a haunted lighthouse there. It wasn't planned, but she loves lighthouses, so I was like, hey, let's go there, let's check it out. It's actually one of the oldest, I tell you about, it's the oldest operating lighthouse on the West Coast. I don't think it's not really, I don't know if it's still used. I mean, if they say it's the oldest operating, that's present tense. So, but the story is one of the caretakers, that she was there for 30 years, and she haunts the place. I guess a lot of her furniture that she brought over when she moved there, I think she moved in 1890s. I think she was there from like 1890s till her death. And so supposedly they'll close up for the night, they'll come back the next day, and their stuff moved around. And people have said they smelled the perfume she would wear, and they've heard the swishing of skirts, kind of like, as they're walking by, like she's walking by them, and they'll smell her perfume. That's the main one. And there is also a ghost of a man named Charles, and some people are saying that he was another caretaker before this woman, and I can't remember her name offhand, I'm sorry. Hopefully I'll have a write-up that'll have the more and more detail in it. But he's also been seen there, but I got to make sure that he's actually a caretaker, not just some random name, because when I was researching this, I was originally told that this woman haunted it, and her daughter, who haunts it, she died of TB. Well, this woman had a daughter, but didn't die of TB, but it turns out at Point Sur, a little bit north of Monterey, the Point Sur Lighthouse, I guess one of the caretaker's daughters, they died of tuberculosis. So these stories are trying to get mixed up a little bit, which happens with legends. So you kind of got to be careful with what you're doing. But so that's what's going on with that one. And then hopefully, I'll get some pictures. Not an actual investigation, just kind of going and visiting. Hopefully I can talk to, maybe there's a docent there that is actually, open to the story of what's going on. The story has been around, so obviously they must know about it. But we'll see. But I'll try to get some video of it. Nothing like this. This is just more me of rambling on like I normally do. My God, it's been 8 minutes. Anybody who's listening for actually 8 minutes and 37 seconds, thank you. I appreciate that. So that's me signing off. Let's see if I can do this right while driving. See you guys later.